G'day guys, the Speedball Adapter for the Kewlus Pro Spring Cobra Bag Kit. I spent a year developing this thing. From DIY concepts using 3/4 inch PVC pipe and a funnel to 3D printed prototypes. I've made heaps of these to the final product. Believe it or not, this is version 80 in my design program. Now I've designed it to fit perfectly into a standard speedball like this one, and I'll show you how to insert it properly. But first, let me go through the key features. Now there are three things I wanted to achieve with this design. First of all, I want it to be hot swappable. So you could just take one off, say a bigger one like this Hornet bag which is coming, to a smaller one like this bullet one. Now what that allows you to do is quickly change the speed as well as the weight of the top section. So to give you an example, here's the bullet and the Hornet side by side. So you can see this one's a lot bigger. So it's got more weight and it also moves a little bit slower. The second most important thing I wanted to achieve is to be able to adjust the length of the top section on the fly. So in conjunction with the click bar, you can now change to go lower or longer or shorter. So here I'm going to set it down to the very lowest setting, and what you can see is it actually starts to move faster. So that's at the lowest setting, and now I'm going to raise it up to the topmost setting. It's moving slower, but there's a longer reach. So you can adjust the reach and you can adjust the speed. They're the most important characteristics of a typical Cobra bag. I wanted to be able to change it on the fly, and you can do it with this. The third thing that I wanted to achieve with this design is to ensure that it's still compatible with DIY components like this 3/4 inch PVC pipe. And I made it so it fits perfectly. There's no gap. All you need to do to set the height is just tape it in place. So it's not height adjustable like with a click bar, but it allows you to use cheap components like 3/4 inch PVC pipes. And these are definitely cheap. So you don't even need to buy a click bar if you want to go the DIY route. Alright, let me show you just how easy it is to insert this adapter into a typical speedball. Now the first thing you need to do is deflate your ball and undo the lace. So you've got this opening here, and you can insert your diaphragm part of the adapter in there so the bladder sits on the inside of there. Now I've made this nice and soft. I designed it so this top section is nice and soft. It's not going to crack, and it's also not going to hurt you if you punch at this point of the ball. So at the bottom of the ball, if you punch that with your knuckles, bare hand, or using MMA gloves, that's not going to hurt. And that hasn't been the case with a lot of bags where they've got these plastic components at the bottom that sometimes I punch it with MMA gloves and it hurts my hand. So this I've designed so that does not happen. However, it's reinforced at the neck, so it's really nice and solid, and it's going to take your punishment quite well. So you want to just take your bladder, move it slightly to the side, and start inserting the adapter in there. And just push with your thumb so that it continues to go in until the whole adapter is inside. Just like that. And then just move it around. Once it's in, just move it around, position so that the logo is just to one side or on the side. It doesn't really matter. And now you're ready to do up the lace. And the way I do the laces up is I have one lace longer than the other. The shorter lace goes through to the front, through to the very bottom here, and out through one side like that. And the other end, I'm going to go through under and over, one hole at a time, going across like that. And as I tighten it, what I want to do is I want to make sure that one side overlaps the other side a little bit. So that ensures that when you do it all up and you inflate the ball, there's not a gap there. So you want to keep it nice and tight, one side overlapping the other side. Now the two sides may not meet, that doesn't matter. What you want to do is you want to wrap the loose ends around until there's just a little bit left, and then just do a loop knot. And that's it. And then you can just cover that with tape so that it's not loose. And now all I've got to do is inflate it. That's probably enough. Perfect. So as you can see, there's not really much of a gap here because I've had one side overlapping the other. So now that's holding nice and firm. All I got to do is just wrap some duct tape over the end there just to get these laces covered over. Okay guys, well that's the adapter. Allows you to swap your bags or your balls on the fly, and I've got different sizes coming to the store. The bullet, that's coming very soon. That's the smallest size, the fastest one. The standard Kewlus ball, that's already for sale on the site, and there's going to be a larger version called the Hornet. Still quite light, but it's a larger ball. So guys, stick around, make sure you subscribe, tick the bell, subscribe on the website, go to kewlus.com, check out the adapter, check out the kits that I've got for sale, and I'll see you guys in the next video.